Hey guys, Carolyn, and I just wanted to hop in and share your Sunday workout. We have 3x8 in our reps, in our supersets and reps today for those weightlifting pairs, and then we'll finish out with our little cardio spike at the end. We'll do 6 rounds, 25 seconds working, 15 seconds resting in between each one. So, little Sunday fun day workout for you. Our first move today is called that total lunge. So we're gonna start with those feet side by side here, and then we wanna make sure that we're pulling those hips underneath, tucking the pelvis, stack that rib cage on top of the pelvis, and then keep those shoulders back and down, long neck, chin tucked. We're gonna step that right foot back, making sure our front knee stays tracking our outside 2 toes. We're gonna use that exhale, make sure we're not arching the low back, coming back up to the top. You can give yourself a little pause here if you need to, and then we're gonna do a front lunge, a forward lunge paired with this one, okay? So front knee, 90 degrees here, back doing 90 degrees. No arching that low back. Use your exhale, press up, okay? So all put together, it's 1 to the front and 1 to the back. 8 of those total, squeezing that glute at the top. This one is paired with our bear hold with a slider. So you can use, if you're on carpet, you can use a paper plate for your slider. If you're on a hard surface, you can use like a pot holder or a towel, a little rag, whatever you have to work with. So I'll show you 2 different variations, one using the sliders under our hands, and then the other I'll show you a variation with the sliders under the feet. So let's pull you guys down here. So you're gonna start to get sit up in that bear position. Hands are directly below our shoulders, knees are below the hips, and then we wanna make sure we're keeping a nice flat back, a nice neutral spine, and that we keep that neck long with the chin tucked. We don't wanna let that neck dip down here, but getting set up, we're gonna just press those knees about 2 inches off the floor, big pressure in that belly, nice big exhales here, and then you're gonna use your core, sliding the right hand out, back in, out, back in. Okay, so that's one option. The other option you can do is sliding laterally. Hand is sliding out, back in, out, back in. Okay, so we're gonna do 8 of those where we're pressing either forward with both hands, or other option is to press laterally. So 1 on the right hand, back, 1 on the left hand, back. So 8 total there. And then the option where you're using it for the feet, give yourself a little bit more room. I'm gonna just flip around so I have enough room to show you guys this. But same thing, you're gonna start in that high bear position, pressing the floor away, and then we're gonna just slide that foot back here, keeping that neck nice and long and not arching the low back, okay? So sliding both feet, 1 on the right, 1 on the left, 8 times total. Second set today is our squat to a box, paired with the row. So in our squat to a box, find something that we can have as our target so that we're getting deep enough into that squat. Set those feet up about shoulder width apart, and then before we actually squat, we're gonna tuck the pelvis, rib cage on top, shoulders back and down with that neck nice and long. As we sink into the squat, you wanna make sure your knees are tracking the outside 2 toes. We just tap those glutes. Exhale, pressing up through the belly as we drive up. Use your exhale, squeeze the booty at the top, okay? So down, into it, squeeze, okay? We can load this up, add weight, find something. If you have weights, you can use weights to make something a weight. Same cues though, we're just gonna hold it in that goblet position, shoulders stay back and down, tap, squeeze the glutes at the top. And then our next one is going to be our row. So the row is going to be 8 on each side, and you can set up with that symmetrical stance, feet are side by side, and then we're gonna press that hand into our box, keeping that nice flat back, nice neutral spine. I'm gonna keep that neck long with the chin tucked. Shoulders stay side by side here, nice and even. And then we're gonna press that belly out, exhaling through your core as you roll your elbow to the torso and back down. Big exhale, and back down. Okay, so 8 on the right arm, we'll switch, and then 8 on the left arm, okay? And our last set today is called the single leg hip thrust. So you're gonna set up for this one, I'm not gonna use this box, that wouldn't be sturdy enough, so I'm gonna use a couch. You can use a couch or whatever you have to work with at home. But you're gonna get set up. We're gonna hook those shoulder blades right on the edge of our bench, our makeshift bench. And then keep in mind, we really wanna focus on this nice flat back from the tailbone to the base of the neck, tucking that chin. And then single leg here, we're gonna pull that left leg up off the floor. Use that exhale through your belly as you press those hips up. And we're aiming for a flat line from those shoulder blades to the back of the knee. Squeeze at the top, back down. Pressing up, Okay, so this one will be 8 on both sides. If you need a progression, just grab some weight, set that weight across the hips, but same thing, pressing up, squeeze the glutes at the top, okay? Just make sure we're not, as we lay back, that we're not pulling on the neck here, okay? Keep that neck in line with the spine, chin is tucked. And then our last one today is that bottoms up carry. So this one's gonna be a marching in place. Find something that isn't kind of in that medium weight range. And then when we get set up, pelvis tucked, rib cage down, shoulders back and down, we're gonna bring that weight, bottoms up so that you're holding the handle underneath, and then we're gonna have 90 degrees here, okay? This one's marching in place, so exhaling through your core, 1, 2 steps from each foot. Okay, really exaggerate the core and then keep that shoulder back and down out of your ear here, okay? So we'll march that one in position, step on the right, step on the left for 8 total, and then switch sides, same thing, switching here as you press, okay? Exaggerate the breathing through the core. So 3 by 8 for each of those weightlifting pairs, and then we'll finish out today with our Metcon. So Metcon again is 6 rounds, 25 seconds on, 15 seconds of rest. Again, if you haven't downloaded that Tabata timer, it's super handy, and you can set your Metcon intervals each day, and you can save those settings too. So, all right, first move we have lateral hops. So this one's gonna work in those abductors here. One option for a progression is if you have a band, you can put that around your knees, but you're gonna start pelvis tucked, rib cage down. We just don't wanna flare that rib cage up as we're hopping laterally, okay? We're gonna press off that left leg, and you're gonna stick that landing if you're able, and just make sure we're using that exhale through our belly. Nice big lateral hop here, okay? You can tap that toe down if you need to. Just give yourself a reset for good form. And if you need to regress it a little bit easier, we're gonna just take that nice exaggerated step, plant both of those feet, okay? We're here, lateral hops. Then we have the glute bridge finisher. So here you're gonna get set up in a glute bridge position. So we're laying flat on our back. You can use a weight if you'd like to progress it, but we're flat on our back here, chin tucked. And then we're gonna make sure we slide those heels nice and close to the glutes. This one we need a lot of pressure in that belly, push that belly out as we thrust those hips up towards the ceiling. Get that nice squeeze on those glutes, controlled back down. So it's a quick explosive press, squeeze it for 2, back down. Okay, add weight as a progression. So that one's 25 seconds working, 15 seconds resting. Then we have toe taps. So find something that you can use as your targets, a little bit elevated spot. I'm gonna reuse my box here, and then we're just gonna be tapping the toe in the front here, okay? So it's a just alternating right, left, okay? Keep that pressure in the belly, rib cage down, giving yourself that target as you tap. So 6 rounds of that one, 25 seconds working. Last one today is our plank. So since you already have something, if you already have your sliders out, you can use those as a progression in your planks. But just getting set up with good form, we're gonna have our hands directly below the shoulders. And then as we step those feet back, we wanna make sure that we're tucking the pelvis so that we're not arching the back here, okay? So pull the hips underneath, long neck, really focus on breathing in the belly. If you need to modify, you can do that one down onto the knees. You just wanna make sure that we're staying in a flat line from the knees to the shoulders and that we're not folding at the hips here, okay? Another option, a regression, just elevate those hands, bring the floor up higher, and then we have the hands elevated. But let me show you that quick little option for sliders. Same cues though, we're gonna get in that nice plank position. And then you guys can just slide those feet out laterally. 1 to the right, back together, 1 to the left, back together, okay? Going out here, use the core, okay? So that's a progression option. I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. I know it's beautiful outside and I hope you're taking advantage of the weather and going for a walk or just getting outside, but that is another Premier Movement home workout for you. We hope you guys are enjoying these and getting active as you're staying home and staying safe. Thank you guys.